Welcome back. Been a while, getting a bit chillier, going for a hoodie. Have a little walk around the reservoir today. Off we go. So, excuse me. Don't know what I'm going to do about coughing. I always cough, and it's probably going to be pretty annoying for people watching. So, I have to do something about that anyway. Welcome back. It's the 23rd of September, 2025, and yeah, it's gone cold, and it's getting darker. And those first couple of videos that I was doing, oh, here we go. You don't see Rio going to the toilet. Right, let me sort all this out and then I will come back to you. Oh, right, we'll try again. He did well, he went to the toilet. I didn't have any poo bags on me. It's like a narrow path. So I left the lead sort of wrapped around the waist. Not touching it, of course, just so if anyone walked along, they'd be like, some idiot's not just left a gigantic turd there right in the middle of the path. Ran back, got the bags, put it in a bin. Bash, all done. There is nothing worse than people who don't pick up after the dog does my head in, or right on cue, that. If you can see that, they've bothered to pick it up, they've gone out the way, they've bought bags, they're carrying bags on them, they've bent down, they've gone through all the ball ache of actually picking up after your dog, and then just gone, woof, pinged it into a tree. I have had times where we've gone on, Amy and I once, and Rio, but the others before the kids went on a really long walk, and he did a poo right at the beginning. I carried this bag of dog through the whole walk. Horrible memories, and probably a horrible start to this, we call it an episode. I'm having an episode trying to get this intro out. Hey, yeah, it's late September, and it's a little bit chillier, so we've gone with the hoodie. And I thought this would be a nice little walk. We could do maybe a couple of laps of it if I keep on chatting. But this reservoir, if you go down and have a look at it, I've known it overflowing this path, like literally coming all the way up here. These are obviously the little fishing pods that when they're doing competitions or fishing, you'd sit on that, and then there's your water right there, but you can see at the moment. And this is really, oh, here we go. Don't do it, Rio. Am I going to stop him? Oh, he's in, of course he's in. But this was pretty much empty a couple of weeks ago. And of course, everyone on Facebook is, you know, how sad it is, but it's like, well, in the middle of summer, when it's hot, it's going to empty. And then in the middle of, you know, winter, it's going to fill up again when it rains. But there's a heron. Let's go and have a look at that. We normally see herons all the time. Of course, flying over here is going to scare it off probably here, but it'd be good if we saw that heron catch a fish. No, he's off. Yeah, I was miles away then. So we're watching that herring like beautifully fly across the water. There's no wind here. It's actually lovely. It's not as dark as you'd think it'd be. It's probably just massive cloud cover we've got. What time is it? Nearly 6 o'clock. And yeah, it's not. It just feels dark when you're in the house and all the clouds are there. But anyway, I suppose on that note, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about today? I'm thinking, as these nights draw in, one thing I am absolutely desperate to do is start getting up in the mornings early with Rio and going for a big walk. And I've done it a few times, but I find it extremely difficult to get up in the mornings. It's just me. And I know you can't really make that excuse. That's just who I am, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, you can change anything, can't you? And I know that's one of my big things that I need to sort out. To actually get up early. Because, you know, I used to do it all the time actually. I used to go for a run. Just put my running gear next to the bed, and then first thing in the morning, just half asleep, roll out of bed, running gear on, and off I went. So I can do it, and I think as it starts to get darker of a night, I'll start doing it in the mornings, because we'll get nice bright sun, maybe a few nice sunrises. Rio gets a walk first thing, which he loves. And I've, you know, done this, look at him proper swimming in there. Then I've got the vlog done for the day. I thought this would be a good one as well, because if I've not said this already, we'll do this one a few times. It's just around the corner from the house. And we can come here and we'll see this. Be able to do a bit of a side-by-side comparison as to when it gets nice and full. So I think that's going to be the plan. I think I'm going to start doing these at 7 AM. Just doing a nice 7 AM walk, chat away to you, start the day. And off we go. Come on, bring that stick. In fact, I've got a ball for you today. I've got your ball. I've got your ball. Now, if you've watched any of the previous videos, you'll know we're trying to do minimal ball throwing with him at the minute, so he doesn't like jolt to a halt, which is what's obviously doing his legs in. But he's on these tablets for his joints, and I wouldn't say he's a new dog, but he's not. He hasn't had any cramps since he's been back on these tablets. So I thought we'll bring this ball, because there's a massive hill around here. It's one of his favourite hills. And you can sort of just roll the ball down. You won't have to sprint. We'll see anyway how he gets on. I've got the mic on, of course, so I'm going to start waffling away. But I've still got that tiny bit of nervousness. You know, as I come around the corner, is there going to be someone there watching me? I was nervous before I came out. I was delaying coming out. I was like, oh, just because I've not done one for, I can't remember the last one I did, a week ago. I've been focusing a bit on the Chef Rick. So, like the last one I did, when I come out, I don't know, I was raring to go. I suppose this one I was just, a little bit more hesitant, but now I'm out, I'm here with the camera, chatting away, and everything's good. So yeah, let's do a walk around the reservoir, see what's going on. Oh, here's a good thing. I got some new batteries for the camera, for the GoPro, and a new memory card as well. So this memory card says here it'll record up to 4.5 hours. So I mean, bloody hell. I don't think anyone could watch it for that long. And got some of these new batteries, so I thought I'd bring one with me just in case I've got enough battery life. So I feel like really getting set up now, you know, the microphone and the batteries and the memory card and all that. It's feeling like a bit of a more professional operation. So when I say I was focusing a bit more on the Chef Rick, obviously there's that Chef Rick channel. It's like 19,500 subscribers, right? Yeah, Rio, I'll throw it up for you. Gosh. Let me throw it up in the air. Hopefully he won't jolt himself. So he slows down a little bit more than he used to. It's better, much better. Yeah, so the Chef Rick video is 19,500 subscribers. That's decent numbers now. You know, you're getting, when you're at 25, you really want to start, you should be making a few quid there. 25,000 subscribers, I mean. And when I say a few quid, I am talking, you know, £500 a month, £600 a month, something like that. Depends how long your videos are and how long people watch them for. obviously mine are recipes. So when you get the analytics from YouTube, it's not like a lot of, you do get a percentage of people, but the highest percentage of people do exactly what I do when I watch a cooking video. I'll just jump to various steps. I'll fast forward straight to the end, see what it looks like, and then I'll just go through different steps. So that's how people go through my chef videos. They don't start at the beginning and watch it through to the end, which is another thing I'm hoping about these, you know, longer form videos. If you like them, and people would tend to watch them. I think if I'm watching a vlogger, I'll watch it start to finish. Just have it on in the background or whatever else. Anyway, I am getting my first, what would you call it? A sponsorship. I'm getting some pans for free. Like really, really high quality pans. I mean, the ones I use on the channel are, you get comments on the Chef Rich channel like, look at the state of that pan and look at this. I mean, not that they're dirty, they just fall into bits, all of my pans. Yeah, real bull. Good boy. Oh, we go straight in the water. He gets to slow down. That ball floats, so hopefully he finds it. Yes, good boy. He gets a nice little hill climb, work on a few different muscles. He's always loved this one. So yeah, they're sending me some pans, and obviously they've asked for my address and whatever else, and he said, yeah, we're going to get some pans out to you. So in my head, I'm not getting too excited about it. I'm thinking, you send me one pan, you send me one little saucepan, I'll be buzzing. But if they send me a full set of their pans, and if they're good, I mean, I really will push them and really heavily feature them on there. Not in a, you know, I've not been bought. You know, people advertising something that they actually don't use or care about. But I really will use pans to death, so I'm super excited about that. And it really feels like, yeah, like we're going somewhere with this. I've recorded, this will be the eighth one of these I've done. And I'm getting them all edited and then putting them all on YouTube, but scheduling them out. So this one will be out in what, 8 weeks or whatever, something like that. Maybe I'll do 2 a week. Maybe this is pointless waffle. Maybe you don't need to hear all this, but again, these early ones, as we've said 1,000 times, it's all just practice. It's all just getting out there, talking into this mic, holding this camera, and just getting more and more comfortable with the whole concept of walking along with the camera and just chatting away. And again, I do this deliberately. I could have just walked straight out from the house. I thought, oh, I could do one of these at the local park. Yeah, let's walk around. But I thought, you know, it's worth going because, oh yeah, as well, when I was looking at some of them, loads of them, I'm just talking like this, da da da, da da da, da da da. And I mean, I didn't realise how big my nose was until I started looking at some of the videos of me talking like this. And I turned to the side, or, you know, the frame on the side is like that. I'm not asked at all about a big nose, I couldn't care less, but you don't realise how, I'm not one for taking selfies or, you know, posing for pictures and all the rest of it. I never realised how big my nose was until I started looking at some of these videos, and yeah, you look at the other one, go on Rio, good boy. But yeah, until I looked at the videos and saw my big fat head on there, I thought, what are you doing? I don't think people are going to want to see a whole video of my face. I should make them way more about actually where I'm walking, and every so often, if I've got maybe something that I think is funny to say or whatever else, then yeah, we'll go around there, back up and come back around that way. Then I think, yeah, most of the time I'll probably have it like this, just filming what I'm filming. And then occasionally we'll just do this, do a little piece to camera. So I've got something very funny or very sincere to say, I'll break down the camera. Also, I saw myself having a little tear over Ricky Hatton on the other video, and Jesus Christ, I wasn't even properly crying there, but I am an ugly crier. Again, there's no shame in it, I couldn't care less. But I think I'll learn when to point it that way and when to point it at me, when to just film Rio. keep walking this way. Might be a bit too far actually. I'm trying to think, there's a nice little extension to a walk. There's a million extensions you can do to the walks around here, but I think what we'll do is, no, we're not going to cross the road and go to the canal. We'll just turn around here, go back up to the reservoir, round it. And hopefully I can think of some interesting things to say. That's another thing as well. I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, but what I would love, I'd love it to be like sort of interactive. So if there was a group of fans, viewers, watchers, people who watch the video and want to ask a question or give a discussion point or something, come on, Ria. That'd be nice, because then you can come out knowing, okay, I'm going to talk about this. You know, just write them on the back of my hand. But again, I won't keep repeating myself. Well, I will keep repeating myself. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm practicing. But it is just that. It's just coming out. It's just coming out with the camera. Getting out there, doing it. And then these things have a way of finding their voice, as you'd say. So, you know, we'll wonder, we'll suddenly work out what is my niche. Again, Wes Wilson, the chap who I talked about in a previous video, and in fact, I don't know if I apologised in my last video, but I called him a Chinese guy. He's actually half Korean. Felt pretty bad about that one, but what I like to do sometimes, oh, as well, on that point, the state of my hair. This is not kind of how my hair, it's not its final form at all. In fact, it's super curly. Probably looks dead straight today, and that was because I'll just put some pretty firm products on it. But the point of all that is, this is not like how my hair is meant to be. I'm growing it out. I want to get some decent style to it and have a cool haircut. But the point of that was, I look at old YouTubers. I see YouTubers that I absolutely love, these vloggers. And I'll go back and I'll say like, well, how long have they been doing this for? So I'll watch the oldest videos, and all their oldest videos, be they 5, 6, 7 years old, they obviously look different. It's way more amateur. The hair and everything is different. So that's why I keep thinking, I'm not bothered about how I look on these either, because these are the early days. And if we can turn this into something good, then ultimately I will have a look that's recognisable. Sometimes think I look a bit cross-eyed as well. Don't, please. I'm not feeling sorry for myself here. I know I'm not cross-eyed. But there's a few angles, and I've mentioned a vlogger that I really like, Kurt Kaz. And he wears Ray-Bans on his. Couple of runners. Yeah, there's Kurt Kaz, and he often wears, he's a good-looking guy anyway, but he wears Ray-Bans a lot of the time. And I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind having a really nice pair of sunglasses and having them as part of the look. Being very honest with you here. I'm being very, very honest with you, and I'm not bothered what you think. Well, I am. I'm very bothered by what people think. But then, when it comes to YouTube, I think I sometimes have this. I'll be thinking about these. Like the other night, I was laying in bed thinking about these vlogs and who might see them and what they might think of me. And it's what I said in the very first video. People are going to find it cringe. And that's okay. I've started to realise that that's okay. What is the worst that can happen? Nobody gives a shit. They're all leading their own lives. And what if I get some shit comments? Like I've had some comments on a couple of chef Rick videos recently. You're no chef. That's not a Cornish pasty. And you think, all right, well, never said I was a chef. Although I was a chef, so fuck off. But Cornish pasty, that's not a Cornish pasty. Well, you've actually bothered to go on and write about that. And it didn't bother me in the slightest. And I had that Jake Paul mentality of bloody, it doesn't matter if you hate me, it's still another view, by the way. And I know I've said this already. I might, we'll probably find this a lot of me repeating myself, but I would never, if you offered me 2 million subscribers, but everyone hates me, I wouldn't want it at all, at all. I very much want people to enjoy these and to be happy when they're watching them. So yeah, that's, I'm not being cocky when I say I don't care if it's a viewer who hates it. But it didn't affect me, it didn't hurt me. And I suppose as I'm out here doing this now, it's waffle. It's absolute waffle. If you didn't like this, there's no way you've made it this far if you're not at least enjoying some part of it. People will probably watch the beginning of it and go, what's this? This fucking guy, you know, prepping for his midlife crisis, thinking he's a vlogger. Well, fine. Absolutely fine. And anyone from Mac who sees the thumbnail and watches it goes, I know that guy, da, da, da. I hope they like me. I hope I've not upset them or offended them at any point, you know, in a restaurant or whatever. Anyway, let's not worry about that. One thing I was going to say about here, so you've got to picture this like full, really, really full. Basically that whole bank, and you'll see it on later ones, but that whole bank, it gets really full. So you can pretty much imagine how deep it is. And a few summers ago, oh God, in summer here when it's hot, this it's not a nightmare around here, but like people from Mac treat it a bit like it's a beach. And people would just sit around playing music and swimming in it. And then the old people going past going, get out of the water, you can't swim in there, it's dangerous. There's a rope swing over on that side. And a couple of years back, my nephew, I was in the water there, my nephew got on my back and I swam right across it with my nephew on my back. In fact, delete this, I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I've swum right across it. I'm a strong swimmer and all the rest of it, but you see, you only notice when you get across. There was people looking from the side like, oh, someone's swimming right across it. And again, I know accidents happen to people swimming in rivers and these cold spots and all the rest of it, but I don't know, I cringe about that one sometimes, that I swam across it. It's not that I swam across it, again, I'm not bothered. In fact, I've got a little weird fantasy that I'd like to swim the English Channel one day, but the fact that it might have made people uncomfortable, you know, watching me swimming across there, which is, again, goes back to my not wanting to upset people, pleasing people all the time. Ready? Whoosh. Good boy. So what was I talking about? Yeah, so Chef Rick, 19,500 subscribers. I would love to be, it's a big ask, it's a very big ask to get another 500 by the end of the year. But all you got to have is one video kind of go off on a certain day, like my Nando's spicy rice. There was one day, and I don't know what happened, I really don't know what happened, whether there was something about Nando's on TV in America or something, but there was one day where out of nowhere, my Nando's spicy rice video just went boom, through the roof. It's got like over 1 million views now. And so I could just do with something like that happening. I did maybe try and engineer it a tiny bit. So Dave's Hot Chicken, it's just come to England. Well, it's just come to Manchester. Everyone's talking about it. So I thought, right, I'll do a Dave's Hot Chicken clone. I thought, oh, this could be a big video, this. And you can't do that. You can't do that. You've got to just, the moments will come. Although you can do that, obviously, if you want to research current trends and do all the rest of it. But I'm not going to do that with Chef Rick. I'm just going to keep cooking the food that I like and kind of allow it to grow organically. That's burped on a microphone. Again, I can't tell how high quality this mic is yet. So yeah, I'd like it to grow organically. But I would love Chef Rick to be at, so yeah, 19,500. I'd love it to be at 20,000 by the end of the year. 500 subscribers in the next 3 months. It's going to take consistent videos, which I've done. And obviously if I get these new pans, or when I get these new pans, I'll really be showing those off and hopefully reaching a new audience, and then have these put out there. So again, I'm repeating myself, I'm not bothered. Going to Portugal in a few weeks. So I'm going to have all these videos set up and scheduled 2 a week, Monday, Wednesday. And yeah, there's some people up there. So I'll chill here for a minute. See it. Do you know, I'd love to have it like that. I imagine, I can't see the screen, but I would imagine that's a good view. But I mean, that is proper holding a selfie stick out. It's not what it's about. Oh, where's your ball? Just came tootling along, looking a bit sorry for himself then. Yeah, if it was like that. Oi, where's your ball, Rio? Come on. Yeah, if it was like that, that'd be the perfect view, I reckon. But it's far too much. Yeah, holding a camera out like that it's not how this channel's going to be at all. But we'll keep practicing. Oh, look at that as well, 1% battery. Come on. Come on. Here we go, I'm going to change the battery, 2 secs. I'm back. Now, interestingly enough, well done, he's got his ball. Come on, let's go. Interestingly enough, that battery, I've just put in now the official GoPro one. The ones I bought were these, like, basically copies. And that battery seems to drain pretty quick. Don't matter, we'll keep those as spares, and as and when the ad revenue comes in and I become a megastar, I'll buy the official batteries. But for now, at least I've got a spare, and that felt so nice to plug that in. I felt so like secure. I didn't have to stop it. When I had to stop that other one the other day and go back in the morning, it was quite funny when I went back in the morning, but obviously you want to just have consistent recording. So I'm going to schedule out my videos, get them all Monday and Wednesdays. That's when I'm going to do it. Monday, Wednesday. I'm going to put them all on YouTube and then just have them all scheduled so I can go off on holiday knowing that they're there. I'll obviously record some of these whilst I'm away. Keep it consistent, but I am never, ever. The one thing I did wrong with Chef Rick was not have consistency. And I'm not going to mess up once with these. I'm going to keep on scheduling the vlogs because it's so easy to do. It's actually way easier to edit than a cooking video. Because a cooking video, oh my God, the amount of times, you know, you're just in a camera and with your hands in the right position, and oh, it's heavy when you're editing it. I enjoy it, but with these, hopefully, unless I say something stupid or incriminating, then it's pretty good actually on the GoPro, because you can just you can like bookmark little moments. So I should get to the point where if I'm walking along and then I say something absolutely ridiculous, I can just press that button there, and then when I go back to edit later, it'll show me the edit points and I can just go, ah yeah, remove that. But I hope I've not said or done anything stupid yet. So editing the videos is actually pretty straightforward because you've got these dead long clips. I mean, this one, this would be 3 separate clips. But then editing them is super easy. You just drop, and Premiere Pro, save it, and you got your video there. So it could be quite easy to do, you know, plenty of these. But then it's all going to come down to subject matter. It's going to come a point where you are not going to watch me. In fact, if I keep going to beautiful places, that's my like, that's my little secret thing. But no one's going to want to hear me talking about, well, I'm just practicing. Oh, I've got a big nose. Oh, Rio's legs. Gonna have to start making them a little bit more interesting. But I think it's building that confidence. It's getting to the point where I'm more comfortable just talking about stuff. I tell you all little fascinating facts and interesting things and takes on what's going on in the world and all this. And then jumping all over the place, going back to that guy I was talking about, like watching early YouTubers and seeing how they did things previously. So the channels can be that Wes Winter, he's just doing exactly what I'm doing, little vlogs, food reviews. And then he's one day he's gone to one of these protests, these riots in the UK, and he reports on them very, very well. Good camera work. He tries to talk to both sides, although I've said this before, he's definitely not. You know, we all know what side he's on, but they're great videos and it's got millions of views. So then he's gone to another one and he's got millions of views. And then people are recognising at them, like talking to him. So it's just, he's realised, there we go. Now he's at 200,000 subscribers. And that's a full-time job then. You're a YouTuber. If you get, I reckon, over 100,000 subscribers, you're a YouTuber. You'll be making enough money. And so he's found his niche, and I think that's what's going to hopefully happen with this. All of a sudden, yeah, fast little dog coming along. Yeah, so he's got his dog in the lead. 1 second. Yeah, that was all right. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was all right. Nice dogs. They just ran past. Ah, but then, even then, see that guy just said, "You all right, pal?" Yeah, I'm all right. I'm a YouTuber. Come on. Good boy. So there's the car, but we'll do a little extension this way. Because why not? Yeah, I reckon it'll, I think they just have a way, don't they? It'll suddenly find its voice. I think one thing I'm really want to do is food reviews. Because obviously, being a bit of a foodie, I've been a chef. I think I can be very, I just love to get into that. I would love to get into that again as a little separate channel. So, you know, reviewing food. I watch Gary Eats. He's a brilliant YouTuber, really nice guy, super nice. Does not want to, never wants to be critical. Although people can get in his head, I think, if he says, you guys have told me about this place and it's not supposed to be very good, he almost goes in there worried it's not going to be good. Anyway, I think I'd, you know, blow my own trumpet, but I do think I could do food reviews pretty well. And my wife being in luxury travel, she wants us to go and film hotel stays, which I think, again, could have a really good go at. Certainly with this, I've got these, you know, decent camera and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do. In fact, you know what, the hotel ones would be few and far between. I reckon doing food reviews, these vlogs, which I'm calling Ramble On, and Chef Rick. There's 3 channels for you, 3 YouTube channels. If I can't work on those kind of around my main job, and again, with my main job, I'll kind of, I've told you before, I love the actual job that I do, but it does not pay me at all well. So I would love to have that on the side and maybe just have it as a, you know, something that I promote within the channels. But ultimately, I want to be self-employed via YouTube, if you like, and get some good sponsors. But I know I've said that in previous videos, and you know, so be it. Right, now we're filming in here. I think this might look a little bit dark to you because I love GoPro. I don't know, I always liked it. We got a GoPro with our wedding money. So we took it on honeymoon and it was the business. To have a little 4K camera like that, it really was special and I love it. So when it came to going, right, do you know what? I want to start doing some vlogs properly and I'm going to get a proper camera. I've gone for GoPro again. So I've said before, this is a GoPro 11, but the cheeky bastards, because you can't connect an external mic to it. So this microphone that I've got is a DJI 2. Look at me with my muff on and everything. Proper. But this is, it's got like, with a lot of these microphones, these amazing ones, and they're smaller, way more discreet. But they need to send to a transmitter that's then plugged into your camera or your phone or whatever else. Whereas the GoPro, oh, sorry mate. Yeah, the GoPro don't give you the option to plug straight into an external microphone. If you buy the GoPro Vlogger kit, that's 200 quid, fuck off. So instead, I've got this camera, the DJI, which has got inside it a memory card. So this is recording itself. So then later on, when I edit it, I'll take the audio from this and the video from this to hopefully give you a wonderful viewing experience of what I'm doing. But the point of all that was the GoPro is not a perfect camera. It's not at all. They overheat. The batteries run out quick on them. It's difficult to connect other things to them. It's not the smallest thing in the world, although it's not massive. It's not as small as those. Jesus Christ. As long as you're happy. As long as you're happy. yeah, it's pretty big compared to some of those tiny ones like the little DJI ones. But I just like it. I just like it. I like the little setup that I've got with this camera. So what can I do? Oh, I tell you what I do not like. Oh my God, those, come on. Here's how they instantly, you know, never ever get a sponsorship from them. And we'll turn back on ourselves here. We can go up that way or round and all the rest of it, but let's keep it simple. Come on, you. Let's go this way. Okay, in fact, no, I'll tell you what. I was just say then, I saw that and I was thinking, oh, the thumbnail. That's something you've actually got to consider now, the thumbnail. So how I'm doing the thumbnails. And again, these will change and adapt and develop. But usually, if there's been somewhere beautiful, I've seen like that bridge on the other walk or the view from Audley Edge, I'll have that as the main background and then a sort of popped out, cut out version of me on the right. If you've clicked this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So there's that. What was I talking about with the GoPro? Oh yeah, those, one camera I don't like is those Insta 360 cameras. And they're very, very clever, I get that. And in fact, would I love to be sponsored by them and, you know, all the rest of it, but they look so weird. They're so clever, obviously. 360 camera, stick it out on a selfie stick, it magically removes the selfie stick and all the rest of it, but ultimately, you've got a really distorted view, like a really distorted fisheye view. One moment. Yeah, you have like a super, it's all distorted at the sides and it looks weird. Looks a bit shit, but that's the only cameras I don't really like. Anyway, but I think the GoPro as well might not be the best in sort of darker conditions like this, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I can start getting up and doing the 7 a.m.ers. Imagine those 7 a.m. sunrise walks and I'll be feeling good. Feeling all fresh. I tried to do it this morning. And then I was lay there, set the alarm, wake up, and I thought, well, I know I had a day out with Rio today, so I thought he's getting a big walk in a day and I'll do one of the vlogs later. But I lay there thinking, this is 7 a.m. Now here you go. This is waffle. This is what you've tuned in for. So it's 7 a.m. Naturally, I would have had to get up at 8 anyway, start getting ready for the school run and all that. And I just thought, no, I don't want to get up. I'm too comfy in bed. So I was there, all snuggled up, nice and warm, under the covers. But I couldn't get back to sleep. So I ended up lying there, tormenting myself in my head, going, oh, you should have gone. Oh, but it's cozy here. Oh, but if you'd have done the walk, you'd be halfway around it by now. Oh, well, it's too late. And he's playing around in my head. Next thing, Amy wakes me up, babe, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, I've fallen off back to sleep, riddled with dread and anxiety that I didn't actually bother getting up and doing the damn thing. So, like I've said in previous videos, if I can give up alcohol, one of the most addictive drugs there is, if I can quit that, I can do anything. And if I used to go running all the time at 7 in the morning, Christ almighty, in a former life, I was at a train station every morning at 7:15, ready to get the train into Manchester to work. So I know I can do it. I think, yeah, that's probably the next big challenge. Start doing the early ones and making a few notes on maybe what I want to talk about so they aren't just too waffly like this. But, yeah. Time is it? 6:30. Trying to think if I've got anything else to tell you. I've done this on a couple of the other videos. I've just been getting near to the car and then I've gone, oh yeah, I want to talk about this. Then it feels all rushed as I get back there. But no, on this one, I just want to say, again, if you've watched this, well, thank you so much. If you've got any questions or suggested walks or tips and tricks about a GoPro or advice, I love that. That probably is the last thing I need. Maybe if you tried doing this with a camera, but what I mean is like, yeah, anything. I'll reply and read every single comment that people put on these and If it gets any viewers, who knows? Who knows? But I feel fantastic. I was nervous coming out doing it, and then you start coming to the end. It's like anything, you feel great. Yeah, I'll tell you what we might do here. No, we'll finish this. We'll go back to the car now. I was going to do one more lap. We'll go back to the car. Hi, pal.
Not beat.
And there you are. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did, how would you be watching? How would you see me say that if you didn't? Massively, massively appreciate everyone who does bother, and yeah, going on a bit of a journey together. Is that going to be the thing that I finish in with some sort of cringy comment every single time? No, it's not. But yeah, I hope you enjoy watching these, because I enjoy it. I really, really, really. I feel so happy now that I've done that. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.